So this is a post AMC video. So I just want y'all to start thinking about the things that are going to happen post AMC. There's going to be a tightening in our economy, in the supply chain, how we can, honestly communicate deals. There's going to be a big scramble. There's going to be a new digital currency that's implemented into our system, into our economy. How do we purchase things? How do we move money around? These are all things that are going to be a disaster. But what does this world that we're about to move into look like? I mean, that's one thing that we're going to have to ask ourselves before we start making our decisions on what we're going to do with our money. All right, seeing that this is a little bit of an AMC think tank, we have to start thinking outside the box. What are we going to do post AMC? Because once that's done, it's short-lived. It's going to be done. It's going to be over. There's going to be no more going back to that play. All right, so we all have to come up with another plan. All right, and inevitably, since there's so many people on this, there's been so many shares that have been oversold and everything else, people getting paid is going to be something that's pretty common. We're going to see a lot of people with a lot of money. Things are going to get bought up. Consider that. People that have never had money before are going to have the opportunity to buy things up, beating you to the stock shelves. Like, let's just say you wanted to get that Lambo. All right? There's going to be fucking 5 million other people going to get it. They only make so many of them. So consider that. Some people talk about precious metals. Some people talk about certain ETFs that they were purchasing into, pre-pandemic. Man, when they watched the crash on things like the ETF Gush, all right, you watched a monumental collapse all the way down to like $14, $15. I remember I bought it in like 17, ran up to about $70. I sold it. I bought back in around 30, and I did the same process again. All right, so I could foresee that happening because trucks did not run. All right, during that same period of time, you'd think when everything's crashing, precious metals would go up. However, during that period of time, things like silver were at an all-time low of about like $11, or at least since I could look into the past. So it went down to $11. Now it's trading around like $21, which is relatively low compared to where it was in November when it was around $30. Is that something that we could see $100 out of? And if so, is this the right price to buy at? And post AMC, is this going to be the right price to buy at? Or are we going to see some sort of effect in the market? Are we going to see that price run up when, they insert a digital currency and everything else into our market? Think about that. So we probably won't see an oil crash with the crisis that we have right now. So U.S. explorations and stuff like that, I think, are honestly out of the window. But if we start seeing a dramatic change in how many trucks are on the road, that's a good thing for all of us to keep an eye on. So these are some things that we have to pay attention to. Who could have seen that Enfamil ran out of, what is it called, baby formula during a period of time? Those are my neighbor. But those are like things that you can't really see coming, but you can react to them post them happening. All right? Right now, we have to start seeing into the future. So what's our world going to look like? And what should we purchase? There's going to be things out there for us to gather. Now, there's also going to be things coming into the market, because keep in mind, we're going to be evaporating motherfuckers. All right? So people with things are going to be getting rid of those things, allowing us to be able to buy them cheaper. So what are those things? Is it real estate? Is it fancy exotic cars? Is it watches and jewelry? Think about these things. I would hate to miss out on an opportunity just because I didn't talk to y'all. But some of those are the things that I want to start talking about with you. We're going to call it the AMC Think Tank. Later, y'all.